So it's lopsided on this side. I gotta fix it. I want it to dry. Yeah, see, it's it look like it's. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. That's what I'm gonna do. You just don't know what to do, huh? Come here, Pootie Bear. Damn, I feel like something biting me already. Come here, Gizmo. 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 Come here. Good boy. There, give me your. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. What time is it, y'all? Oh, it's a big old spider web over there. Let's see, what time is it? Like 11, so it's like 1 o'clock where y'all at. Because most of y'all not in. What's the temperature? 74 degrees. Why is my screen so dirty? Y'all just gonna leave me here by myself? Y'all ain't coming? Oh, look at that blue jay. I wish y'all could see him. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see him. Even if I turn the camera, you're not gonna see him. I like coming out here just to listen to the nature sounds. It's just birds chirping everywhere. On top of the house, in this little cutout area in between the houses. He just flew off. He just flew away. I ain't talking about nothing. I just really came out here so my hair could dry. Because I put some gel in it and some other stuff. I should have probably tried to fluff it out on this side. Because it seems fluffier on this side than it is on this side. I just came out here so it would dry. And to let Gizmo play around for a little while. I need to water some of my plants too. I should do that while I'm waiting for y'all to come in. If y'all decide to come in, I'll probably water some of my plants. Returned. It's okay, I got something for y'all. Y'all can come back, huh? Y'all want some more? I'm somebody else. Somebody that will blow. I'm probably gonna have to give you a little bit more water. Who is here? We're not really talking about nothing today. I didn't even bring anything out here with Gizmo. Oh, you at the door? You ready to go back in the house? You want to go back in the house? You had enough? Huh? You didn't had enough, poo-poo? You didn't get enough exercise. You got exercise a little bit more. My forehead all greasy. That's that gel and stuff. You didn't get enough exercise, Pootie. I should be sitting in the sun because I actually came out here for my hair to dry. And I'm sitting up under the shade. I'm scared of the sun. Don't walk in that water. Come back over here. Because the ants is over there a little bit. I'm going to have to go back in the house and get my concoction that I put on the ants, which is some dish soap and a little baking soda. So if you have ants in your garden, a little dish soap, a little bit of dish soap, and some baking soda and some water, and put that around the area where you see the ants, and the ants will skedaddle. And they was gone for like a week, but they didn't come back. Well, they was gone for like a couple of days, but they've come back. But they not knowing that as soon as I see them come back, I will go back out there with the baking soda and dish soap and treat that area again, because y'all got to go live someplace else. I know the ants are, they don't hurt your garden. They're more of a nuisance than they are anything else. But go find you someplace else to play. This is a huge garden. You can go over there in the grass or whatever. Just don't be over here in my plants. So, are we still on here? Yeah. So, that's all I'm doing. Is really just sitting out here letting my hair. Why are we so far behind? In the all I'm doing is letting my hair dry a little bit. So I did do a different method today. I did the oil, and I might have did it backwards, because I did the oil, gel, curl stuff, and I think that's backwards. I think it's supposed to be leave-in conditioner, oil, cream, or something. I didn't use any cream. I just used gel and oil and water. And the curls do look a little bit more defined. It's just lopsided. My afro is not symmetrical. Maybe it's not supposed to be. Maybe I want too much from my hair. Maybe I'm getting on my hair nerves and I want too much from it. And it's just not, I don't know. I don't know. My good friend, her mom turns 86 years old today. That is so beautiful. I had my mama for 93 years. 93 years. I guess y'all just not gonna come keep me company today. Y'all just done hurt my feelings. Well, I'll come back later and see if y'all here. Or leave me a message and tell me what time. Well, I think my husband was talking about going to San Francisco. But when when I said I didn't want to go on public transportation, he don't want to drive. And when I said I didn't want to go on public transportation, now he don't want to go. Because see, if you go to San Francisco, you're going to walk around the pier, you're going to shop, we're going to eat, and then I'm going to be tired and I don't want to go back to the car. I'm not going to want to go to the bus stop. So I don't think he want to go now. But I still want to go. That would be a nice video too. Where else can we go that is similar to... I don't think it's anywhere that is similar to that though. I'm gonna see if he can find that restaurant that we went to in Napa. In Napa. My husband about to be like, I'm not finding nothing. We ain't going to no Napa. We could take a day trip. Just go to Napa. My lips are so dry. I think that's autoimmune thing. Because I looked it up and it's like your skin, when you have autoimmune issues, your skin does change. I don't believe nobody is here. Y'all ain't doing nothing else. You might as well come over here and talk to me. I'm only going to be out here long enough for my hair because it was still kind of damp. So I was hoping it would like dry out. Let me see. Who else? Yeah, this is the best part of the year for California. We having some really decent temperatures. Everybody else complaining where they live at because it's super hot. It's perfect right now because it's in the 70s. But that's the thing that I have always loved about California is where other people are complaining about how hot the temperatures are and stuff, is always so moderate here. And people always say, well, you live in California, isn't it always hot? I don't live in Southern California. I live in Northern California, where the temperature is different here than it is in Southern California. I think it gets warmer there than it does here. Plus, we live near the bay, really close to the bay. So we get that, that bay breeze. So the temperature stays pretty cool. I mean, when it heats up, when it's in the 80s and stuff, you can't just sit in the sun. It gets warm, but it's not 100 degrees. It's not unbearably hot here. That's one thing that I do love. Let me see. Who else is live right now? Because I don't believe it ain't nobody here. Did anybody go see the movie Barbie? I'm in Georgia. Not from here, though. It's ridiculous here. The humidity and high dew points make it miserable. When I lived in Cali, it was just hot from the sun. But once it went down, it was. See, when I went to Alabama in my 20s, I had never felt anything like that before. And I imagine Georgia is the same way. When we stepped outside the airport, because the airport got air conditioning and everything is cool, I was okay. Soon as I hit that outside in Alabama, it was like the heat sucked my breath away. And I have asthma. That Alabama heat, it was hot, it was humid. I mean, I had never felt heat like that before. I didn't even know that type of heat existed, because I have been in California all my life. It was miserable. And the crazy thing is, the whole time we were down there, and we were down there in July, it was thundering and lightning. I mean, it would be super hot. And then out of nowhere, it would just like start thundering and lightning and like cool it down for a minute. And then it would get back hot again. Raining, thundering and lightning, and it's still like 80, 90 degrees. I had never seen that before. And I had never heard lightning crackle before until I got down south. I didn't even know. Here in the Bay Area, you don't hear that. You just see lightning off in the distance here in California. I had never heard lightning make a noise before until I got down south. I didn't even know it did that. I mean, it was totally the heat, the humidity. The whole time I was down there, I just felt sticky and wet. I hated it. Yeah, my mama, because my mother stayed in Florida for a little while, and she was talking about how hot it was down there. But see, my mother was from the South. She was from Louisiana. So she was used to the heat, but she loved it here in California. But Louisiana, down south, period, the heat is just different from the heat here. Hey, Sundrop, I was wondering where everybody was. The heat is just different. Yeah, I had never, ever heard lightning until I got to the South. I didn't even know lightning did that. Because we don't get that out here in California. I mean, it's very rare that we even get like severe. Because I be seeing, like, I have a friend that lives in Maryland. And every now and then on Facebook, he'll post, where he gets an alert, severe thunderstorms. He'll get an alert on his phone about severe thunder. We don't get that here in California. We don't get severe thunderstorms. It don't severely thunder. If it thunder, it may thunder like 1 or 2 times. But it ain't severe. You know what I mean? Not for us to get a thunderstorm warning. We don't get that type of weather. And I had to Google why we don't get thunderstorms here in the Bay Area. And it's something about us living so close to the bay, like that water kind of protects us from. It's something about this area, the Bay Area, that the storms don't like linger here like they do in like Florida, Louisiana, other places that are close to water. But it's different here for some kind of meteorological reason. And I love it. I don't want them. They're not relaxing for me. Storms make me nervous. Thunder and lightning has always made me nervous. Even as a child, that was one of my childhood fears. And I think the reason why it made me so nervous was because my mother, when it would thunder and lightning, my mother would be like, oh, that's God talking. And she would cover the mirrors. She would cover the mirrors and unplug the phone and make us lay down. She would be like, lay down. And I developed this fear of thunder and lightning. Like, legit scared of it. And I held on to that fear for a long time. I'm not as scared now, but I still don't like it. Hey, Melissa, I was wondering where y'all was. Now, y'all know y'all ain't doing nothing this Saturday. I wanted y'all to come in and see I still got hair. I didn't cut all my hair off. And I did something a little different. I used a little gel, a little more gel than I normally use. And see, that's the thing. I was looking at some videos last night. I'm not using enough product. I think I wasn't using enough product, and I wasn't like really sectioning my hair off and running the product through it. I was just putting the product on my hair and thinking that was going to work. But no, you got to really section the hair off and put the product through there, because my hair is actually thicker than I think it is. So I noticed that, see, my curls are more defined because I used more. But see, that's the thing too, though. when you use more product, then your hair has that. I don't like for my, okay, so I have some sensory issues. I don't like for my hair to feel wet on like the back of my neck. That's why I came outside, so it would, hurry up and dry. But I got some, look. I got some curls. Look. I got some curls. These the curls I have. So I have to just, work with what God gave me. It is some curls there. There is a curl pattern. Child, don't get used to this color, because that's one of the problems too. This ain't my real hair color. This is the dye that won't release itself. For whatever reason, it has locked on to the gray hair, and it won't wash out. I guess it's going to have to grow out, or either I'm going to have to cut it out at this point, because it's not leaving. And this was supposed to be a demi-permanent hair color, and it's been on here for a minute. I thought it would be gone by now, but it's holding on. Nah, Phoenix, I slept on that, and I put some leave-in conditioner and put it in 2 ponytails and went to sleep, and got up this morning and I said, I'm going to just put some gel on here and put a headband on it and go on this, because if I cut my hair and I be bald and I don't like it, I'm not going to have a good birthday. I ain't about to mess up my birthday. Be out here bald-headed for my birthday? We could do that in September. Not in... Yeah, my mother was like, if it was thunder and lightning, go to bed. She would cover the mirrors with sheets, unplug everything. Like she wasn't playing. And that had me spooked. She would unplug everything. My mama had sheets in a certain place in the house that she would go and get and throw them over the mirrors. She would cover up all the mirrors. So that had me scary about thunder and lightning. Okay, I'm going to look for this pillowcase today. I'm going to go and try to find this pillowcase today. See, the only thing about headbands, I got 1,000,000 headbands. Okay? 1,000,000. But I have a small head. And the headbands be like falling off my head. My hair may not look small, but it is small. Like, it's almost to the point where I need a little kid's headband, because adult headbands fall off my head. And I like for my head, I think this is a child's headband that I have on. One of them stretchy headbands, but it's only like about this big. I think this is a kid's headband that I have on. Because when I use adult headbands, they slide off my head. And I like the headband to fit tight to hold the hair. I thought that was the purpose of the headbands, was to hold the hair. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have to do. And I bought a whole pack of headbands in all different colors from Amazon. And when I put them on, they just slide around my head. They don't really hold my hair. I need to, like, fold it and, sew it right there to make it tighter. I'm gonna have to put a knot in mine or something, or sew it, because they too big for my head. I like them to hold my hair like this one. I like it to hold the hair back. Don't just be sitting on top of my head. So I do want to look for some other hairbands, because none of the hair, and I have some cute hairbands. They just not tight enough. I want them to be tighter. So I think this what we're gonna be doing with the hair for a while. We're gonna get used to this. As a matter of fact, I do need to go and get some more hair gel. And gel does work. I didn't think that gel worked on my hair, but I do have to do the combination of oil, leave-in conditioner, oil, and gel. That's what did this. And the curls is curling. We finally got some curls, but it took some work. Yep, last night I just put it in 2 ponytails and just went to sleep. And then when I got up, I took each one down and worked with each section. Like I had a ponytail here at the top and then one in the back. So I took the back down first, worked with it, wet it down, leave-in conditioner, Blue Magic, then the gel. Worked that through real good, shook it out, then took the no, I see you. And then took the second one down, wet it down, Blue Magic, and then blended them, shook it real good and blended them together. And it came out. I said, see, I think I wasn't using enough product, and I really have to section my hair and go through it with sections, because I was like trying to put the stuff on there in one, and go like that. But I can't do that. It's too much hair. I do have to go through in sections and do it. Oh, you know what? It's weird because on my phone, I don't see Sundrop or Melissa. I don't see anybody but Phoenix. No, there goes Sundrop right there. And Rosemary. I don't see Melissa on my phone. But I see Melissa in the chat. Maybe the chat having problems. Yeah, I can't. Oh, okay. I guess it's slow. I guess it's slower on the phone. I see it now. It's like a delay, I guess. Because I can see y'all on here, but it takes me a minute to see you on here. But I see you. At first I wasn't. I see you, Phoenix. Yeah, I see you. You good. But if you looking, when I looked on the phone at first, I didn't see you. But I see it. Unless you said something that I don't see. Yeah, when I looked at my phone, they was gone too. When I looked at my phone, all of the top chats was gone, and I didn't see Melissa. But it's on the screen. So, last night it gave me an error message and I don't see some of the messages. Oh, see, I can't scroll back up on. It may be something going on though, because I couldn't see it either. I thought Melissa had got kicked off, but I see her here. Last night, I wanted to make sure that I was seeing this gray eyelash. So I put my glasses on and went and looked in the mirror, and it is gray. Not only do I have one on this eye, I got one over here too. My eyelashes are turning gray. So now I'm waiting on my eyebrows because I googled it. And it said when your eyelashes turn, usually your eyebrows turn too. But if my eyebrows turn, I'm going to put some of that stuff up there. I don't think I'm ready for my eyebrows to turn. My eyelashes, it's interesting because when I'm in the sun, the one that is gray reflects light. So it makes my eyes kind of sparkle. You better be out here sparkling with these gray eyelashes. So it's exactly what I thought it is. It's just after you get a certain age, just like your hair loses its melanin, other hair, just like the hair on your head, loses its melanin with time, your eyelashes and eyebrows do the same thing. So I'm about to be out here. I want them all to turn so I can be different. At first, I thought something was in my eye. Because I was in the car and I kept seeing something like white on my eye. And I thought that it was one of Gizmo's hairs had, got stuck to my eyelashes or something. So I'm in the mirror in the car trying to move it, trying to get it. And I was looking and I was like, that's my eyelash. My eyelash done turned gray. And I was like, that can't, the whole time I'm thinking and I'm telling my husband, is my eyelash gray? And he was like, I can't see it. I don't have my glasses. Two blind 50-something-year-olds. So, we was on our way out to eat, so my attention was diverted to something else. So last night after I got off of live with y'all, I put my glasses on and went in the bathroom and turned the bright light on. Yes, it is. And it's one on both of my eyes. Now I want all of them to turn. I don't want my eyebrows done. My mother, she had them in her eyebrows. I do remember that. But that wasn't until she was like in her 80s did her eyebrows turn. I don't remember her eyelashes though. But I do remember she had them in her eyebrows. Her eyebrows. She had a few gray in her eyebrows. But she was older than me. But I started having gray hairs in my head when I was like 10. I was the only kid in the elementary school with gray hair. And people used to always, even in high school, people used to be like, what you stressed out about? All that gray hair. What can I be stressed out about in high school? Well, There's a lot of shit to be stressed out about, but I wasn't stressed out. My hair just turned gray early. And that could be like that could have been autoimmune issues early in life, and they just, didn't know. Because I think I had arthritis when I was a little kid, and then, I was just never tested. I may do a gray wig since my hair is thinning. Oh, you got one in your eyebrow? I used to couldn't stand this gray hair, but that was because I was so young. It came on so early. I think if it hadn't started until like I was around this age, I don't think I would have tripped. But I've had it for so long that I just was like, damn, if I don't color my hair, my whole head at this point is just about all gray. I said when I turn 60, I'm either going to cut this dye out and just let it be. That was my plan from the gate, was when I turn 60 is to not trip off of my gray hair ever again. Because I'm like, okay, at 60, you 60. What you coloring your hair for? If you choose to color your hair, go ahead. But when I turn 60, that superficial stuff is the last thing that I want to be worried about, is the color of my hair. If it's all gray, it's just all gray. Yeah, gray hair don't have nothing to do with stress, because how was I stressed at 10? My hair just started to lose its melanin very early. And it was another boy in my high school who had gray hair also. But he had more than I did. He had a lot of gray hair. And people used to tease him also and be like, why is this old man going to our school? I used to couldn't stand it because my husband didn't start, his gray hair didn't really come in until he was in his 50s. I had gray hair when we got, I've had it forever. When I was younger, it wasn't as bad because it was so mixed in with my hair, and it wasn't really in the front. It was more like in the middle of my head. It may have been a few in the front, but not a lot. But honey, these temples is gray now. But when he started to turn gray too, then I was like, all right, it's good. I just didn't want to be gray by myself. But we both gray now. He got gray in his beard and everything. I have little curly grays at my hairline and some throughout the rest. I notice gray hairs in the front. Mine is crazy in the front. But they all over though. They not just in the front. Yeah. I don't want to color mine. I'm not coloring mine no more. This is it for me. This is it. The only thing I'm going to do is when I wear my wigs, I had this little stick. That little color stick thing that I put around my edges. So if any hair is sticking out when I put my wig on, I rub that little thing on there. My mama used to do that. Uh, she used to use this little thing, very similar to what I use, and color her edges. She would put something around the edges because she said that makes a difference. Your edges is what make you look old. So she would color her edges and stuff. Not after she got a certain age, but when she was like, around about my age probably. So I do that under my wigs, but that's about it. I think bald women who, wear pretty earrings, I think they are beautiful to me. It is nothing more beautiful to me than a confident, bald woman. And if something happens and I'm getting comfortable in this chair and Jesus take the wheel if I see a spider. Oh, that's what we got to get today too, is that off stuff to spray out here. So when I'm sitting out here, stuff don't be crawling on me and biting me. Ooh. My husband just found a restaurant for us to go to in Napa. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, my back. Oh, I don't think I can see it. I can't see it with this phone because I don't have. Is this it? Yeah. Let me see what this place looks like. It's a 42-minute drive. Yeah, I've seen some beautiful bald women. And every time I see a woman that is like rocking a bald haircut, in my mind I'll be like, yes, yes, girl, do that. Do it, girl. You know what somebody said today? I was on TikTok. Do you know that there's a surgery to get dimples? They cut on the inside of your, they go in on the inside of your cheek and cut and do something to give you a dimple. And I didn't know that dimples were a birth defect. So when people have dimples, that means that the muscle right there in your jaw didn't develop completely. My mama told me that's where an angel kissed me at. And I've been believing that my whole life, that I was kissed by an angel. Come to find out, I wasn't kissed by an angel. That means that the muscle right there didn't develop completely. And it's a genetic birth defect. That I got that from somebody. I got that from somebody in my family. It's genetics. It's a recessive gene that is passed down from somebody else in your family. I got it. I don't think I passed it on to either one of my kids, so I don't think my children have dimples. But it means that whatever that muscle is in my face, it didn't form all the way. And there's a gap right there. The angel didn't kiss me. And so people are paying money to get this done. It's a surgical procedure that unlicensed people, not doctors, are doing. I know, you can get a piercing right there. I don't forgot what it's called, but you can get a piercing right there. But this is not a piercing. This is when they go in your mouth some kind of way, and I guess do it. Detach that muscle, I guess. And you don't know what it's going to look like until it heals completely. Yeah, my mama told me that a long time ago. Like when I was a little kid. Like I didn't even realize what it was. I've always had like little chubby cheeks, and she was like, yeah, Angel kissed you when you was born. That's why you got them dimples. And I always thought I was special. And I didn't get on TikTok today and found out that I'm not special. It's a damn birth defect. It's genetic. The muscle in my face did not. All you people out here that have dimples, wherever you have it, in your cheek, in your chin, because my nephew, he's got one right here. That muscle didn't close like it was. It didn't develop completely. So you have a space. You have a space right there. That's your dimple. Who is Jada? I'm never going to think of it as a birth defect. I was kissed by an angel. The angels kissed me. They saw me when I was a baby and they was like, oh, look at that little cute baby. Let me go over there and kiss her. I'm going to always believe that. But it is interesting though. Oh, Jada Smith. It is interesting though when you do find out the medical terms or the medical reason behind now that I really never thought that it was a medical reason. I just thought, I thought really because my cheeks were chubby, this was my reasoning when I was a little kid. I thought because I had chubby cheeks, it just had, that little dot right there. That was my whole reasoning as a child. TikTok always busting people's bubbles, and you do get some interesting information though from TikTok. Oh, so Carly and her family got permission from the detectives and stuff to leave Alabama. They supposed to be in Atlanta for the weekend celebrating Carly's birthday. And I think that the police was like, yeah, go ahead and celebrate her birthday. And when y'all come back, you bring Carly on back and y'all come on down to the police station. I think it's over. They not on the run. They did have sense enough to. Now this is what I heard. They're not running. They may have had, who knows, they may have already had this trip planned, or they just want to get away from. But look, let's use our rational minds here. If something like this happened, and say they really are getting death threats, the mother and father and grandmother, wouldn't you want to get away from that situation just to like clear your mind for a minute? Because especially, we don't know what the police are telling them. The police may have sat down with Carly's mom and dad and said, hey, check this out. By Monday, they're probably going to issue an arrest warrant. Y'all need to get your affairs in order. Because I heard that they have retained a defense lawyer. So the detective probably done told them, y'all got the weekend to do, what you want to do. Wouldn't you want to do this? Get away from the stress. You don't know what's going on at that house. They really could be getting death threats. People are effing crazy. Wouldn't you want to get away and clear your mind? If you think that Monday your daughter is going to be arrested, I would. I would. Obviously, she didn't, Sandra. If she had not called the police, if she had not did that part and just ran off for a couple of days, the story wouldn't have gotten as big as it got. That's where she messed up. Calling the police and saying that there was a child involved. That's where she messed up at. If she had just went missing by herself, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. It wouldn't. But when she added that component of the child, see, now when you move to Mexico, you're going to make yourself look guilty. If you just say, hey, we need some time to, get ourselves together and figure out what's going on, and just take a couple of days. It's Carly's birthday this weekend. I don't think Carly is going to be free too much longer. I don't think she's going to be free after this. I think come Monday, is this by the water? Oxbow Public Market. I don't think this is the place we went. Outdoor seating. Do they have pictures? I don't think this is where we went, though. They don't have a lot of pictures. Oh. Maybe if you look under photos, see the menu. I want to see what the establishment looks like. Of course, no pictures. They just give you pictures of the menu. I don't want to see that. Shit. Did he send me something else? Gizmo, go in the house. Come here. The next door neighbor's dog must be outside. Come here, Gizmo. Come here. Come here, I said. You going in the house. And you stink. No, you come in the house. Come in the house. Get him some water. You want some water? No, I have some. Give some to Gizmo. Thank you. He out here stinking and sweating and carrying on. I was talking to my granddaughter. She said she going to somebody barbecue. I guess one of her mama friends must have passed away or something. Rose Marie says she guilty. She did it. I've disappeared for days because I was mad. I never thought of anything like she did. I just came home. I ain't never disappeared. He'll just leave and do you and come back when you ready. I wouldn't lie to no one. She's wrong. Why involve the police? Mom, I'm fine. Just need some time to myself. I'll be back in a few days. You a grown woman. You a whole adult. If you want to go to the Red Roof Inn, go to the Red Roof Inn. And be held up with some man for as long as you want. All weekend. You got the money. You didn't pay for it with your credit card. So why make up this elaborate story and left her BMW? Not BMW, Mercedes. Left your Mercedes on the side of the road. And this weird looking man who has a YouTube channel about like crime stuff, he retraced her steps. Now the area where she parked her car and ran off into the woods is real woodsy. Like it's woods for real. And for her to do that at night, she got some balls. Because ain't no way in hell I'd be scared to come out here in my backyard at night if the trip lights don't come on. I'm definitely not going out in the woods. I don't, because where she parked her car and where she had to run through the woods to get over into where the houses were, is woods. For real. This ain't no play. This wasn't like her walking through the park to get to the other side. From where she parked her car at on the side of the road, it's woods. Somebody had to. This man retraced her steps. Now, he don't know exactly what direction she went in, because it was a few different directions that she could have went in. But one of them was hopping a fence. So somebody, she had an accomplice. Somebody had to help her, because somebody had to be up in them woods with a flashlight or something. It's no lights back there. It's woods. This man, let me see if I can find his YouTube channel. Y'all need to go watch this video, because he started where she started. He pulled his car up to where her car was found, and he walked in the woods to the area to show how wooded this. Oh, and he said he got another video where he talks to somebody at the Red Roof Inn, and that was supposed to be where she okay, this the video right here is called Carlee Russell Secret Escape Trail and Tunnel, and the YouTube channel is JLR Investigation or something. Let me show y'all, because y'all like, are you gonna show me the channel or what? I'm gonna show you out here tripping. This the YouTube channel. Go to his YouTube channel and watch that video that he did, the videos that he did on Carlee. And he gonna show you the woods that she had to have went through at night. Somebody had to be there with her. Black people don't do that. We don't do that. We don't play in the woods at night. I don't play in my own backyard at night by myself, because I'm scared that this skunk and this raccoon is going to be out here. And she going through the woods? Phoenix says she took a flashlight. I don't think I ever go into the woods at night. Barely during the day. She took a flashlight. It was in her back seat. She had to. The way this man showed it, it's the woods. Because she left her car and then back up in there. And you had to walk for a while to get to a point where the houses are. Like, say for instance, someone finds I don't know what these are called, But there's no street in between these houses on this side and the houses over there. It's nothing down there but foliage. And the only people that come down in here is the maintenance people. You gotta climb up in somewhere to get down up in here. That was how it was where she was going. She had to trudge through the woods to get to like the back of the housing area. Did she do a run through like beforehand to see how long is it gonna take me to go through the woods? Because the man showed that it is a path back there. So maybe people that live in that area know that you can go back there. But did she do a run through like before all this happened to see like how long is it gonna take me to get away from the car to the person that I'm going to meet? Or did they meet her in the woods and then they walked to... You gotta go over there and watch this dude video to see just how crazy this... Please, I'm telling you, go over there and watch his video. JRL Investigates. And of course, he done did... Let me see how many videos he done did. But JR, get your money. Get your money, man, while this is hot. He done did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 videos on her so far. See, this why I ain't making no money on YouTube. Because I don't ride a horse until it die. He done made 13 videos. And I be like, people get tired of hearing about this after a while, don't they? Hell no. I'm going to keep making videos until... Ride that horse till it die. Okay? Make your money, man. I'm so hurt. One of my toenails fell off. One of the toenails that Naya made for me fell off. And I was all in the bed looking for it. I'll probably find it when I take the sheets off the bed. I looked everywhere. I looked in my slipper. I done looked in the bed. I done got on Gizmo nerves because I'm like, move, I'm looking for my toenail. I can't find it. Oh, I'm so glad Gizmo went in the house because he would be having a heart attack. That dog out there barking. He'd be having a fit. What time do the bees come out? Do the bees sleep late? Because I ain't seen no bees. And it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I ain't seen not one bee. Do they sleep late on the weekends? Because they be out here during the week. They must sleep late. If you don't shut your little ass up. Gizmo probably didn't hit it. Now, Gizmo don't really mess with stuff that belongs to me. Now, in that sense, Gizmo's a really good dog. If he know it ain't his, he don't really mess with it. He not gonna mess with your stuff. He not one of them type of dogs that will take your stuff and hide your stuff. Like if I drop an earring or something, he's not gonna mess with it. Now if I drop some cheese or some chicken, but stuff, he ain't gonna mess with that. I think because he did it so much when he was a puppy, like he used to hide socks and, chew up socks and stuff like that. Like he did all that kind of stuff when he was a puppy. So I guess as an adult, he like, I ain't messing with that shit. I got too much to. This dog has so many toys that, and he has this toy box that I put all his stuff in. When he gets ready to go into another room, he will run to his toy box and he has to stand there for a couple of minutes trying to decide which toy he wants to take with him. So he ain't got time to be messing with other people's stuff. He got too much of his own shit. Way too much. I'm starting to sweat. It's getting hot out here. I'm taking my ass in the house. $78 degrees. It's climbing up. It's going to be 86 degrees today. But see, our 86 degrees is like hot as some of y'all 96. 86 degrees for us is hot. Like, if it's 86, I'm not about to be sitting out here. Yeah, but usually when I'm sitting out here, I see them flying around because, the roses and stuff are in bloom. And they're usually flying around, buzzing around out here, hitting all the plants. I think I'm going to have to move my jade plant back over to the shade. What I'm thinking about doing is moving it over here because this rose bush offers some shade. Because now I think it's getting too much sun. Right here. Right there. I think it's getting too much sun. Because at first it wasn't getting enough sun where I had it. Now I think it's getting too much sun. And, oh, you know what? I might move it behind where I'm sitting and see how much shade it is in that area. I didn't move these plants around because where he used to sit, he wasn't getting enough sun. That area was too shady. And now, I think that area is too much sun. I might move it over. I know my husband is going to be like, leave them damn plants alone. Oh, Melissa, it feels good. I love it. 70s and 80s is perfect. When it gets in the 90s and the hundreds, I can't come outside because the sun literally burns my skin. Because, like for one thing, I'm on my blood pressure medicine makes me sun sensitive. And the psoriatic arthritis, the psoriatic part of the arthritis makes me sun sensitive also. So the sun literally just burns me. I mean, it's a uncomfortable feeling when, especially if it hits like my arms and my legs. It hurts, literally burns. It's like my melanin is not a protection, and that's what your melanin is for. It's supposed to protect you from, that's supposed to be our protection from the sun. That shit don't work for me. My melanin don't work. Mine broke. Cause it don't protect me from the sun at all. This sun be burning the shit out my ass. Yeah, I couldn't. Corn is popping in the fields in Texas. It's that hot. Yeah, and I have fibromyalgia also. But see, the weird thing is, this is my thing. Sometimes I don't believe I have fibromyalgia, because fibromyalgia is a diagnosis that they give you when they can't find nothing else wrong with you. When you don't test positive for anything else, they'll say, oh, it's fibromyalgia. Well, after the fibromyalgia diagnosis, years after, I finally tested positive for an autoimmune disorder. So I really don't think it's fibromyalgia. I think everything that I have is autoimmune. I think it's all that. I think that's just you know, that's just what they give you when you don't test positive for nothing else. When they running all of these tests for you and you don't test positive, they be like, okay, you fibromyalgia then. Because they be wanting to shut you up. They know you got something. So they'll give you that to pacify you. And then some years later, I finally tested positive for an autoimmune disorder. But the thing was, even before I tested positive, the rheumatologist was like, you have something because your inflammation markers are so high. We don't understand why you're not testing positive. And then I finally did. And then, what was crazy is you don't want to have a disease. You don't want to have a disorder. But you don't want to be crazy either. You know it's something wrong with you. You know it is. And you're telling the doctors all of your symptoms, and you keep testing regular. And that's driving you crazy until you finally test positive, and then they say you have psoriatic arthritis, you have an autoimmune disorder. And I was literally in there going, thank you, Jesus. Then my rational mind was like, did you hear what they said? They said you got a disease. But you was just so tired of getting told it was nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing. Every test is coming back normal. Everything, you don't have arthritis. You don't have this. Your joints are this. You did. And then finally, I believe that I had lupus. I do. And I'm just, for whatever reason, it's not testing. I haven't had a test in 2 years. I don't think. But I really do. I think that for whatever reason, I'm just not testing positive. But psoriatic arthritis is enough. I'm really thinking about going back, having my infusions done again. I want to try to get my blood pressure under control so that I can start back to having my infusions. Because a friend of mine, she has rheumatoid arthritis, and she has started to do the infusions. I think she's going like once a month, I think. And she said that she's really starting to feel better. So I think I'm going to. I haven't been to my rheumatologist in a while. So I think I'm going to go back to my rheumatologist and start my infusions over again. I think I really do. I think I do too, Melissa. I really do. I want to be tested again. My stomach is always messed up too. Always. I'm like, I limit my diet. I eat basically the same thing all the time, and it's things I know that won't mess my stomach up. But I have gastric problems real bad. Like, I have to really be careful what I eat. Yeah, a lot of people have lupus, and it takes them a long time to. Now, some people, like a friend of mine in Canada, she has lupus, and when they tested her, I think she tested positive right away. But I really believe I do. I really do. Just like I believed I had some form of arthritis. But see, the reason why I was so sure about my arthritis is because my mother, my biological mother, had it. She had the, you know, joints deformed, uh, where I was thinking that's only rheumatoid, but other arthritises do that too, where her joints here were deformed in her hands, but she was never tested. She never went and saw about it. And my grandmother, but my grandmother's hands weren't as bad as my mother's, but my grandmother had it also. Unfortunately, I wasn't, close enough to my grandmother to talk to her about it. And my mother, because of her alcoholism, she wouldn't go to the doctor. So she didn't know what type of arthritis she had. But I was telling my doctor, and that was one of the reasons why they kept testing, kept testing. I knew that's genetic. That can be genetic. My mama, my grandmother, and I think one of my uncles and aunts got it. So, of course, I knew it was something. And I've had problems with my joints since I was a young child. So I knew it was something. But every time they would test me, it would come back negative until I think I was like 47. I tested positive while me and my husband were together. So it had to be like 47, 48, or closer to 50. It could have been in my 50s. I would have to look back at my medical records to see, but it was not too long ago that I finally tested positive. So they've only tried me. Well, they tried to put me on methotrexate when I first tested positive. They tried to put me on methotrexate, and I tried it, and I got very sick. Very sick. Sick enough to have to go to the emergency room. I lost like the bee said, "Oh, you you looking for us? We here, girl." I lost like 7 pounds in 3 days. I couldn't eat nothing. So methotrexate was out. I was so weak and dehydrated. So I never took that again. And then they tried me on an infusion, and it ran my blood pressure up. And so I got scared and was like, y'all trying to kill me. I started acting like Connection. Y'all trying to kill me. These doctors trying to kill me. I ain't doing no more of this. Because these doctors is out to get me. They trying to kill me. So I stopped doing everything. I went full on Connection. They out here trying to kill me. They don't care about me. They don't even care if I die. They trying to kill me. And I stopped going. I didn't even go back to my rheumatologist. Because she was trying to kill me too. Oh, it feels good out here. I need some iced tea. With a lot of ice in it. Oh, I want to go get that thing, that circle thing. If I go get it, oh, they got one right there. They must have been asleep. They must have heard me calling their name, because now I see a bee. They must be like, "Oh, Shun looking for us. Come on, let's go. I heard old Shun was looking for us. Come on, let's go to her." And then when they come around me, I start fighting their ass. Y'all, I'm talking about going out to dinner with my husband, and I done got so fat. My shirts is fitting me a little tight. Maybe it's water weight. I'm scared to get on the scale though. I haven't been walking. I need to start walking again. My nephrologist wants me on antidepressants. I told him they make me sick. Oh, girl, antidepressants made me gain so much weight. I got off them damn things. I got off them. They made me gain weight. I ain't even gone. I'm gonna talk about this one day. Being a single mother depressed me. That's why I was depressed. Having to raise 2 children by myself with no help, that shit had me depressed. Because after my kids got grown and moved out, my anxiety and everything went down to basically zero. Having to worry about your kids, and now the bees is out here and I'm tripping. I'm about to run. having to worry about your kids and be stressed out about your kids. And I had two young black males stress me the hell out. Now that it's just me and my husband and Gizmo, my stress level is so much lower. Get rid of what is stressing you out if you can. And you won't have to take no medicine. And that's real. They made you lose weight? Girl, they made me gain weight. Girl, those bees heard me talking about them. Now they over here. Now I'm scared and about to run in the house. They like the queen. The queen is out. Let's buzz around her. No, get away from me. I was just wondering where y'all was, if y'all was okay. Go away. Girl, they do. They flock to the queen. Now, they ain't gonna bite her, but they want the queen to see that they busy. Like, okay, I can see you from a distance. Oh, this computer getting hot. I'm about to go in the house, y'all. Yeah, I just touched my computer. And it's getting warm. They out now. They flying around the roses and stuff. I want my father-in-law to plant some more roses in the gaps. I'm one of them planter people, flower people that don't like no spaces. I think a plant should be everywhere. If it's a space, a plant can fit in there. And I want it in there. That's one thing I like about Sacramento. I will be happy when we move. Most of the houses that we looked at had really big backyards. It's going to be overgrown with flowers and succulents. If this damn interest rate ever come down, I wish no medication I have ever taken has ever made me lose weight. Nothing. Except for methotrexate. But I was sick. I mean, sick. I've never felt like that before in my life. I couldn't take it. And the crazy thing was, the doctor was like, start off with a half a dose. What if I had took a whole dose? Shit, that shit would have killed me. That methotrexate ain't no joke. I don't see how people be taking that. And I belong to an arthritis group on Facebook. And it's a lot of people taking that medication. Because that's one of the first things they put you on when you test positive for arthritis. Here you go. They pass that shit out like candy. That was the only thing that made me lose weight. But I ain't doing that. I can't take that. Did I take my medicine today? No. When I go back in the house, I gotta take my blood pressure medicine. I need to buy one of those weekly Monday through Friday medicine pill things and keep it next to me when I eat my breakfast, because if I get up after I eat my breakfast and don't take my medicine right then, I forget all about it, and it's already 1 o'clock and I ain't took my medicine. Yeah, I've never had low blood pressure. My blood pressure ain't never been low. It's always been high. So I need to work on that and exercising. And I don't want to go back to being vegan. I do want to have some protein in my diet, but I need to like not eat no fast food. Now I'm gonna go out to restaurants. I don't consider restaurants. I don't consider fine dining fast food. That's a difference. That ain't McDonald's. You know what I mean? Do y'all agree? It's a difference between eating at a sit down restaurant and eating at McDonald's or Taco Bell. Oh no, Sandra, you don't need to be on no kind of medicine where you can't, you know, you can't move around and stuff. Rosemary, you agree with me or you agree with Sundrop? Fast food is different than fine dining, right? Because McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King and Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, that's all fast food. But places where you can go and sit down and have a meal that is prepared by somebody in the kitchen, to me, that's not considered fast food. Because you can order a nice salad and the portions are always different. To me, to go out and have a nice steak, baked potato, or steak and mashed potatoes and a vegetable is totally different than getting a Big Mac. I love me a good steak and mashed potatoes. I love going out to eat. I like to, sit with my husband and we sit there and we chit chatting, talking crazy to each other and, eating. I love that. I really enjoy that. Like we going somewhere today. It's so nice. I will probably put on a dress, one of my little African print dresses since I got my hair in a little puff. Put on one of my little African print dresses and is it dry? Oh yeah, it's dry. I'll pick it out a little bit more because it seemed a little bit. This side looks a little thicker than this side. Maybe I just need to fluff this side up a little bit more, and that's gonna be it. I don't do a lot of Chinese food because of the sodium and MSG and stuff. I don't do a lot of Chinese food. Chinese food to me is a treat. We don't we don't do it that often. I do like Chinese food, but I don't do it often. I rather, if it's my rathers, I would rather go get me a nice steak. And my husband, he don't do steak. He don't really like steak like that. Usually if we go out to a restaurant, he will either get the fish or the chicken. I'm going to get the steak and potatoes and vegetables. I love rice. If I go to a Chinese place, I always get like fried rice, egg foo young. I love egg foo young over rice. I like egg rolls. I like shrimp. But I'm going to get some rice. And wonton soup. I love a good wonton soup. I like egg. I don't really like the spring rolls, but I like egg rolls. But a good wonton soup, especially when I'm not feeling good, that bring you back. Wonton soup will bring you back. So I think we getting ready to go to Napa. I think we are. And if we do, I'm going to go to Walmart, because there's a Walmart right before you get to Napa, and try to find that circle thing. The drink that you add the little things to. I want to try that, because I'm really trying to. So I did what my doctor. Okay, so my doctor is real cool. And he said that he used to have a Sprite addiction also. And this is what he did. He started drinking a Sprite, but he cut it in half with a sparkling water. And so it would be half Sprite, half sparkling water. And he just kept cutting until he was just drinking the sparkling water. And that was how he got off of Sprite. So I tried that. So I'm doing half Sprite, half bubbly. And it's working. I really like it. I really like it. So I'm trying to trail, because Sprite and Mountain Dew is the only two sodas that I really like. So I'm trying to like trail myself completely off. I'm down to one a day. And one will last me all day because I'm cutting it. So one soda will last me all day, because I cut it with sparkling water, with a bubbly. So, I ain't even going to talk about my Starbucks that I have to have in the morning. I don't go to Starbucks. I buy that caramel macchiato from the grocery store, and I drink those in the morning. I going to Starbucks is a treat for me to get like a caramel frappuccino. I try not to do those too often, but I will have some of that caramel macchiato that I buy from like Safeway. I'll post it on my community wall which one I drink. I drink one a day and one Sprite a day. So now I need to start exercising, because my stomach fat has come back. Like, it had kind of started to go away, but it's coming back. And I don't like that. I don't like the way it feels. So we're gonna have to work on this. We're gonna work together, y'all. We're gonna do this. All of us together. You can tell when I need somebody to do it with me. Come on, we all need to do it together. I drink water though. I drink water all day long. Water is not my problem. I do drink water. I love water. But I need to get off them sodas. like bubbly. The bubbly sparkling water. I do like that. So I do drink that. But sometimes I just need, it's just like my body be craving soda. And it's not that my body is craving soda. It's just that I've gotten my body so conditioned to sugar. And I need to quit. See, I can walk. My butt just lazy. I just don't want to. Is this phone overheating? Yeah. Let me take all these devices in the house because everything is overheating. How hot is it? Shit. It's 80 degrees. It's the temperature that jumped up to 80 since we've been out here. So I'm finna go, y'all. It is getting warm out here. So I'm gonna take some pictures if we go to Napa and post them on my community wall. I might do a video. So I'll talk to you guys in a minute. I'm about to go in the house and make me some iced tea. Oh, my battery's tripping too. My battery is low. I will see you guys later. I love you. Thank you for coming. Okay, we will talk again soon. Okay, I see that the battery is low. Thank you. Shoot. I got it. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Bye.